Hello everybody, Chef Archie Pie here. Today I'm going to take chicken, asparagus and mushroom, some cream and some white wine, and some garlic and some butter and some onion, and I'm going to make a sauce with all those ingredients, and then I'm going to pop them inside a beautiful, fine, crumbly shortcrust pastry. Let's start making that sauce, shall we? In the saucepan, I've got around 4 ounces of butter. I'm going to melt it over a low to medium heat, and I'm going to add a handful of onions and a couple of minced garlic cloves. The onions will be made up of green onions and regular onions. After cooking those for about 3 minutes, I'm going to literally throw in, it's raining mushrooms. I'm going to throw in my diced mushrooms around the same size as your thumbnail. Those mushrooms are going to cook for around about 3 or 4 minutes, and there's a possibility the mushrooms might absorb quite a lot of the butter. When this happens, very often I will put a tiny splash of water or extra butter in my saucepan. The reason for this is we need the moisture in order to form a paste when we add our flour. So I've added a little bit of butter there, and as you can see we've got some moisture going on. Now I'm going to pop in the flour. I'm probably going to reduce the heat right down to a minimum for this particular stage. I'm going to mix everything to a paste until the flour is no longer visible. So once you've done that, as I said, you can switch the heat off while you do this, or you can turn it right down to a bare minimum. Once you've done that, it's time to add the liquid. Once we've got our paste nice and mixed in, our liquid on this occasion is a combination of chicken stock and white wine. As I said before, all the measurements will be underneath this in the description. All the measurements, all the volumes, all the quantities. So mix the liquid into the paste gradually. A little bit more of the liquid. The liquid's going to be added gradually in about 3 different stages. Each time we need to whisk the paste into the liquid until the liquid's no longer visible. Do this over a low heat, because if you burn it, you will change the whole complexion and taste of the sauce. So adding the final part of our wine and chicken stock combination, I'm now going to whisk that in and bring it to the boil. And as you see, we've got a lovely thick velvety sauce now. I'm just adding the heavy cream or the double cream, and I'm going to whisk that in too as well. That's looking fabulous. Really is. It gives you an idea of the thickness we require. There you go. I'm just going to pop some salt and pepper in. Obviously that's personal. You'll need to do a taste test as to how much salt and pepper you want. I'm also popping in a teaspoon of whole grain mustard, just to give us a little bit of extra flavour. Okay, now I'm going to put in my chopped, cooked asparagus spears. Just pop those in. That's it. Our sauce has come to the boil, so at this stage you either want to put the sauce to one side while we dice our chicken. Here I've got 3 poached chicken breasts. You can cook them any way you like. I poach my chicken breasts for around about 35 minutes in some water. I've added a bay leaf and some salt and some pepper and a little bit of onion. And then once they've gone cold, I've took the chicken breasts out, dried them, and as you can see now, I'm going to dice them once again about the same size as your thumbnail for the pie. And I've used chicken breast on this occasion because I had an opportunity to keep it moist by poaching it. If I were to roast this, it may dry it out, so in that case, I'd recommend legs or thighs. But if you have chicken breasts, poach them, fantastic. You can always keep the stock as well towards making the sauce if you want to poach your chicken breasts the day before you make the pies, or even the day before you make the sauce. Okay, here's me trying to fill the time while this guy here is chopping the chicken. Incredibly clumsy of me. Okay, so I've chopped the chicken. Our sauce has been reserved. We're going to pop the chicken in the sauce. And there you have your filling for the pies. That pretty much is the filling over and done with. Just to give you an idea of that wonderful glossy smooth finish. Look at that. Okay, filling to one side. Now we're going to make the pastries made. That's available in another video on my channel. Best shortcrust pastry pie ever. And we're going to pop the base of our pie in our aluminium foil container. As you can see, I've got a technique here. Almost I do this folding technique and it reinforces the wall of the pie. Always helps when I take the pie out of the carton when it's hot. This way, if we do the folding technique, we've got a little bit of extra support on the wall of our pie. Okay, that's done. Now I'm going to fill it with that wonderful filling we've just made. Looks like I've spilt a little bit too. How clumsy of me. I'm going to leave about a 1/2 inch ring around the filling because I'll need to brush that with water after I've rolled out the lid. There's the lid. Okay, I'm now going to brush the rim of our pie just with a little bit of water. Okay, pop the lid on, sealing it down with the fat part of my thumbs, quite gently. And now I'm going to cut around the outside of the pie, but I don't want to cut exactly in line with the carton. I want to leave about a quarter of an inch over the rim of the carton, because look what I need to do. I need to crimp. So I need to have a little bit of pastry around the outside to play with. I'm crimping, almost forming these little jewels. And if you look at what I've done with my thumbs and my fingers, that's created the wonderful old-fashioned pie appearance, the pie crust design on the top. Just going to brush it with some beautiful egg yolk. And I'm going to pop a leaf on top, pretty leaf. Brush that too. Obviously the egg wash gives us a lovely golden brown finish on our pastry crust. And then we're going to sprinkle some sea salt crystals and a couple of twists of black pepper. Beautiful. All we need to do now is pop it in the oven for about 30 minutes. And there they are. Pies in all their glory. I will tell you, this is a wonderful pie. It's a very much rehearsed recipe, been done hundreds of times. I promise you, if you follow the instructions, it will be perfect. And this pie is stunning. I'm going to cut it open to show you the inside. And this is truly a fabulous, fabulous sight. Look at that. That's the ooze. The chicken, the asparagus, the mushroom, the cream, the white wine oozing out. And that pie crust is beautifully crumbly and slightly crispy as well. What a treat this is. That is one of the nicest pies you'll ever taste, I promise you. Chicken asparagus and mushroom shortcrust pastry pie. Right folks, thank you for watching my latest video clip. May I ask you if you would care to share, like, subscribe, and if you want to learn of my next video, please press the notification bell. My name is Archie Pie. We've just made pie. I'm now going to sit down and have pie for my lunch with cauliflower cheese and a vegetable mash. Sending everyone lots of love. Thanks for watching, and please do take care of yourselves. I will see you all very, very soon.